Alright, so now as we swap, before going into FTL here, I'll comment that I have played quite a few rounds of it. I tried to play a pretty good amount so that I would get some experience and be able to do alright, and holy fucking shit, I'm kind of mad, chat, see? Because a round I did last night, I was so fucking close to beating the Federation ship. It was like at 3 whole health and a single shield, and I'd say a big part my fault that I lost at that end there too, because I had cloaking and I needed to just like cloak so I could spend some time repairing up my shit. My ship? Honestly, shit works right there too, but... And I had been on the NG ship too, so I would have unlocked another ship that we could have played as. But no, I died and I was really disappointed with myself. It kind of sucks. I was promised gameplay streamer, not chat being degenerate. What? Chat's not degenerate? How could you say that about my boyfriend? Stop it. You're making me cry. So, I have 3 ships. Really, one of them is not impressive to be able to play as, saying it's the starter ship. So saying that I have 3 ships you can play as initially doesn't really mean anything, because it's like, you play FTL, you have minimum 1 ship you can play as, otherwise what the fuck are you going to do the entire time? Just float around in space as a single person? Right? So I have 2 extra ships that we're able to play as, because I managed to unlock them. I would have liked to have managed to win that round last night, then we would have had a 3rd, but what can you do? And also though, the crewmates, the ship members you're able to have aboard, you can name them what you want. You can rename them when crewmates join. So you know what that means, chat? That's right, that means there's gonna be chat members, a chat crew. So, be prepared to put in some numbers so we can randomize somebody in. They're all gonna be named boyfriend. You can name the ship too, Moko. Holy shit, if the ship ain't getting named the boyfriend now. Alright, so now, as we tie and put a bow on the intro, I believe it has all been completed. I think we've been talking enough. Let's go ahead and move forward. So, welcome everybody to today's stream, where I will be playing FTL Faster Than Light, a sort of strategy shipbuilding game. It's not a ton of shipbuilding. You can only find parts for it to stick on only occasionally, and upgrading things costs scrap, which can be difficult to gather up sometimes. But we're gonna go through space, flee from enemy ships, blow up enemy ships, maybe help some people out in space, maybe do a little bit of shopping, but we will attempt to get to the end, defeat an enemy ship, and win. But much more likely we're just going to die many times. Who knows how far we'll be able to make it? So I hope you're ready to roll, chat. So let's get started. Welcome to FTL. We start a new game. Here is the initial beginner ship that you have by default. The Kestrel. It's just a basic ship. You got an all-human crew over here. But now as I pull up, I do have unlocked the NG Cruiser, where you have just a normal human and 2 NG crew members. And the setup of the ship obviously is a little bit different. We're like a donut shape instead. And we also have a drone bay pre-built onto the ship too, and instead of having a damaging weapon, we start out with this ion blast, which doesn't damage the ship, but disables various functions of the enemy ship. So you take out the enemy shields, and you have your drone combat guy over here take him out for you. And that is true, an option is always pacifist run, fight nobody, flee every time. Are you gonna play with the Advanced Edition content or nah? I am not going to play with the Advanced Edition content. I did like 2-3 runs with it, and I don't think I'm quite good enough to be able to get very far with it, because the hacking that it adds on in particular, holy shit, is it a pain to deal with? Woo! And if all fails, give the enemy no satisfaction and open the airlocks. Truly. You just sacrifice yourself and you say, no, I'd rather die than die to you. I also unlocked this stealth cruiser constructed for the Federation by the Engie. This ship is designed to use cloaking technology and speed to get behind enemy lines. I lurked to see how long it would take to get past the intro and had a good laugh. Good luck on the run. Thank you. Thanks for sticking around to watch that intro section. Wow. If you're heading off, well, thanks for watching for a bit. Yes, I unlocked the stealth cruiser. I haven't tried using it at all. But you can see I start out with a mini beam here. Extremely cheap and weak beam weapon. And dual lasers. Basic weak dual lasers, often used by transport ships that can't afford better. What do those augments do? Let's see. Well, the long-range scanners adds additional info about nearby beacons on the star map. So, I think I had gotten this one time during one of my runs, and if I recall correctly, it makes it so that you can see what nearby beacons contain, so it's not just like you're jumping over to some unknown little spot. You can see what it's supposed to be. Don't do stealth cruiser. If it doesn't have shields, if AE is not for you yet, don't do stealth early on. Yeah, I can see we don't have any shields here, so you cloak and you sneak in and you have to try and take out the enemy as quickly as fucking possible. And not having shields, big hindrance. So I could see that. But the titanium system casing, all ship systems have additional plating that provides a 15% chance to negate damage when hit. Hull will still be damaged. So, a little bit harder to do. We'll go ahead and start just straight basic. We'll play the Kestrel first here. I don't have any of the other layouts unlocked, so we're just staying straight with the defaults. I remember my first one on this game, all I did was stack the best lasers. The way that I almost managed to win my run last night was I was on the Engie ship and I had like 3 ion weapons and a combat level 2 droid. I had like 6 crewmates too. So it was basically I was taking 2 or 3 of the crewmates to run around and try and repair things, and then I would just blast down the enemy and take out their weapons and their shielding, and just very slowly work them down with my combat droid. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with renaming the ship. Which is clearly going to be the boyfriend, seeing as that's what came up during the intro. And now we're going to rename all the crew members. So, chat, if you want to be on the boyfriend, put a number down 1 through 100. Not the chat, I mean, that's technically a choice too. Maybe next ship we can do that. So I'll give you a moment to put in a number, again, 1 through 100, and we'll randomize in. I'm going to just use the random command 3 times and grab whichever numbers are closest to it. I'm a new follower. Can you just put me in? Sorry, Mike, it doesn't work that way. You have to type down a number and get chosen that way. What do we do if someone steals our number? Deathmatch? Well, if somebody has put down a number before you, let's say you put down 1 and then somebody else says 1 2 cases later, you're gonna get the rights on that 1, not that other user, because they said it second, they were too slow, they don't get the number. They have to pick a different number. And if there's a equal distance, so let's say that the number rolled was 50 and one person said 1 and another person said 100, so it's equal between them. I guess that might not quite be equal. If the number came up like 50 and you said 49 and someone else said 51, if you wanted to just share the number and the crewmate will be named after the two of you, I can do that. Okay, I think now everyone has put in their numbers, so let's go ahead and randomize those numbers in. 1, 2, uh-oh. It's capping my time. I can't do random yet. I'll just wait for a moment. Let's see who's closest to 46. I scroll back up in chat. I see Horace is at 42. Is there anybody closer? No? Definitely Bad Horace with 42. Alright, so, first crewmate. Boom. It's also shortened your name here in appearance to Bad Whore, so very good shortening. Bad Whore, welcome to the ship. Next number is 24. I think I saw somebody that had 24 there. Oh my god, Mike. Skelly actually put in 23 too. Damn, Skelly. Mike robbed it from you. Wait, actually, a few numbers up just above Mike over there. Painsaw put in 24. Painsaw had it first. Mike, you were too slow. I will say, if there's anybody ever off, like, by a singular number, also like Skelly put on 23, if the person who sniped it with 24, Painsaw in this case, if you wanted to share the name of the person, you can do so. So, Painsaw, if you wanted to share with Skelly, you could be like Mike Saw. Skelly over there being nice, Painsaw can have it. Well, sure, but if Painsaw said, you know what? I want to be a painful skeleton, I can do that. It's up to you, chat. You can hoard it for yourself or share it. These are your crewmates. You are the character, so you get to choose the name. Osteoporosis. That's what happens if you pair Painsaw and Wellington Skellington. Oh no. What is the crew max? 8, right? Plenty of room for later. Well, that's only if I end up finding any other crewmates later. I had done a time where I got, like, at least halfway through all the sectors, and I never got an additional crewmate, and I had 3 the entire time. And since Painsaw said I'll gladly share with anyone, I'll go ahead and Painton. There you go. Wait. Ton of pain. There you go. You're now a very powerful crew member here. Ton of PA is now the chop off, so it's kind of like there's a ton of Pennsylvania over here. Look out. Ton of Tony Pain. Can I still see the numbers here if I'm scrolling up? I can. Excellent. Let's randomize in a new number then. 63. Oh. Mm-hmm. All right. That means PP Gamer, you got right on the number. So the final crewmate, I'm just doing a double check over to make sure that I haven't overlooked anybody's number. Because I don't want anyone to lose out because I skipped over somebody. But it looks like, yep, PP Gamer, welcome! Now, look, it got shortened even. It's just PP Game. Nice. So we've got Bad Whore, ton of PA, and PP Game. That is the boyfriend this round. I hope you're ready to go, because we're starting. All right. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Tip: evasion. Evading enemy shots is crucial, but requires functioning engines and a pilot. Having someone man the engines will increase your evasion as well. Probably more optimal if you're doing that cloaking ship. Oh, running normal? Nice. Normal can be brutal. That's all I've been playing for FTL so far, is I've only been playing it on normal. So, that's what I'm used to anyway. PP Game got his name on the list in neon. Truly. Honestly, kind of everyone is, because look at their names over here. Bad Whore, ton of PA, PP Game. We got some good names here on the ship today. The boyfriend. Alright. Buy the PP containers for maximum loot. And we can point over at PP Gamer and say thanks for maximizing our randomization luck, because clearly having a matching name gives us extra luck bonus points. Normal and any roguelike is brutal. Well, I started up FTL and was like easy, normal, hard. Well, I guess I'll just leave it on normal, and I've only played it that way since. I probably should have just played it on easy a couple of times to try and unlock more ships, but I didn't do that, so here we go, chat, on normal mode, the boyfriend. We start moving on into this first nebula area. We've got intruder. Alright, so you find two heavily damaged ships floating nearby, the remains of a battle. You begin to harvest some usable debris when you hear the sounds of someone beaming aboard, followed by the shouts of the boarding party. We've got intruders on board after collecting up some pieces. And they just start right up here. My poor other guys to help out are like way at the back. This isn't the NG ship, so there's not a small little area to walk across. And over here too, my other crewmate is like way back there. We want to pop out Bad Whore so he doesn't die, and we pop in our other guy, and we just swap out our people like that. And I see there's actually another person over here, so that's not good. We're gonna just have to take, what a way to start. We don't have any power. Since there's no one attacking us, we don't really need the engine power, so I'm gonna take that off and power up the medical area, so while I fight in there, I can heal at the same time. So let's just load everybody into the medical room. So here, while I fight, I was healing. The other guy was like, that's too many people, and they left. So we're gonna follow them to quickly take them out. We can see we've already taken like 3 hull damage because they've been destroying my different components of the ship, dealing damage, but we have taken them out. Almost killing everybody. already. What a way to start. This starts off real dangerous. Yeah, that's the thing about FTL too, that I found, at minimum playing it on normal, is that sometimes the RNG can just completely fuck you over, and sometimes that's how you manage to have good runs and how you end up with bad runs. Isn't really any fault of your own, but really is entirely as a result of RNG like this. Well handled, a few mistakes and a death could have happened early on. Yeah! I've had even, like, the first area I jumped over to, like, I went and explored it, whatever, and I lost a crewmate. I went over to the next spot and I, like, had my ship damaged by it, and I was just like, well, let me just restart this run. Alright, our people are healed. Wait, not ton of PA, stop. Heal yourself, and then we'll put everyone back into position, and we'll continue on. I almost died! Everybody almost died. Thought I was gonna die as soon as it started. If we died this soon after starting, I would just leave everyone who was named with the same name. Everybody would still stay, and we would just move along our path. Get back. Need you back over here at the engine. And now I also have to power that up. That way we can actually jump. So, this is also the thing what makes Nebula's difficult as a commentary here, is when you end up with ones with ion storms. You can see down here, this is my power. And you need power in order to, you know, power your ship. And when you end up in ion storms, it halves your reactor's abilities. So because of that, it makes it very difficult to power your needed components on your ship. So if you've ended up on in an ion storm against an enemy, sometimes it can completely fuck you over. Doesn't it fuck over the other ship? But truly, the way FTL goes, it almost always fucks you over more than the enemies. A confession to make about this game, I've never beaten it? Huh. Well, that's alright. Someone else made that comment too the other day. It can be difficult to beat. I myself haven't beaten it, though I did, again, get very close last night. Once you arrive at the location of the distress call, a civilian ship hails you. Thanks for responding to our beacon. Our FTL navigation has gone haywire and we can't plot a course to the nearest depot to get it fixed. Could you lead us there? Sure. This is always very suspicious when the ships are like, hey, can you help us out? Tee-hee? Because then you're like, yeah, sure. And you get over there, and then they've laid a trap, and they attack. And hello there, a non-burner account. Welcome to the stream. We'll go ahead and lead them. They're giving me some 10 scrap. Take this bit of scrap as a down payment. We'll use your jump signatures to follow you. You're really helping us out here. Added a quest marker. And the quest is all the way over there. So we'll go ahead and just navigate over towards that. That way we can complete their quest. You can see when I hover over the different location points, it sends off these little dashed lines, and that indicates that after you jump over to those adjacent beacons, it shows you which ones you're able to jump to next. Like if I go down here and hover, because of the distance between these two, if I were to jump to here, I would not be able to jump over to this beacon. It's too far away. So checking where exactly you're able to jump to after your next jump can be good. That way you can kind of plan out how you're getting across the space. I guess you can read that name as a non-burner account. Because otherwise you can read it as a non-burner account. Thus meaning just an anonymous burner account. That's very different from a non-burner account. That's like the opposite. Now I'm trying to decide what would maybe be the best course. I think probably going this way can be faster. Sometimes it's kind of a toss-up how quickly you want to go through these beginning sectors. Like if you want to just try and dash through them to take as little damage as possible, Or if you want to stick around them a little bit longer because they're a little bit easier, so it can be easier to destroy ships and get scrap. However, you get more scrap later on than earlier, so it's kind of a toss-up. Have I missed much? You have not, Bungalow. We've pretty much just started. Hello, and welcome to the stream, and welcome to the stream Boiler Maker as well. I think I'm going to opt to jump to this beacon. Alright, you stumble across a forward scout of the rebel fleet. Now when I start, I can pause the screen, so it makes it so that the ship doesn't automatically start aiming and making its own plans. It gives me a chance to plan things out as well. Now, at the very start, I don't really care about having medbay powered because I don't exactly need anyone to be healing. So I'm going to put one of my power points into the engines for some extra dodge, as well as extra jump charging. Sometimes you want to just throw up your hands and say, okay, the ship is doing a decent amount of damage to me. I don't want to try and take it out. I just need to jump as soon as I'm able to. You can't destroy every ship if you want to win sometimes. And then I will put my other points here into my weapons so that I then can aim for the different components. So you can see there's different symbols on the ship. These indicate different components that do different things. Some of them, honestly, all the symbols are very straightforward. I like the way that they've made the symbols. Makes them very readily readable. And hello there, call me Emo, and welcome to the stream. You can see here we've got oxygen, piloting, shields, engines, and weapons. And there's different sort of ways you can strategize taking out your enemy. Putting power in engines also increases your dodge chance on the left. Yes. I don't know if I said that explicitly. I did say that increases your dodge, I think. And then I said it makes you charge your drive faster. I just didn't put as much emphasis on the dodging part. This is chat permadeath, right? I didn't consider that. I'm not properly listening then? That's fine. So, as you plan out how to attack the ship, it's sort of like if you take out different areas, it prevents them from doing different things. The oxygen can be good to take out, because then it makes it so that anyone on the ship is unable to breathe. So they have to have a higher priority on fixing that. So rather than having a guy like, I don't know, man the weapon so that they can shoot more frequently, they have to then go over and fix that instead. Or if you take out their weapons, they're no longer able to attack you, thus you're not taking any damage. Shields, very straightforward. They have this shield around their ship, and if that's present, you can attack them depending on what weapon you're using. If you're using lasers or beams, those can't shoot through the shield. If you have missiles, those do skip over the shield and can attack the ship directly. So they can be good for just doing straight hull damage, which you can see up here is the hull. So I'm going to go ahead and just shoot a singular missile at their shields to eliminate them. Personally, a lot of the time I've found that I kind of like aiming on their shields and weapons because the shields let me attack the ship, and then taking out the weapons makes it so that they can't damage me. But there are, again, different sort of strategies. And somewhat what strategy you want to use will depend on what type of ship you have and what sort of weapons you have access to. And they just blew out my engines, so now my guy who was previously just manning it to give my ship some extra evasion is now repairing it automatically instead. Also, when you aim your weapons out here, you can see this one. Firstly, when I aimed at the shields, it was this red marker. That means I'm going to attack a singular time. However, you can also swap and put it on auto fire, which you can activate using the button, or you just hold control when you're aiming, and that will put it on auto fire. So then every time the weapon charges up here, your guy will automatically shoot the enemy ship. Caco, have you ever took a fountain pen to real thick paper? I have, and it's very good. Especially when it's like real nice ink too, and real quality paper. Ooh, it's very nice. Hello there, Dr. Corgi, and welcome to the stream. Sometimes it can even be good to pull your crewmates off of other components or areas of your ship to help out your guys repairing. Sometimes you don't want to do that, it just sort of varies. You also have to be careful with missiles versus your other weapons, because you do only have a limited number of missiles up here. You can see that there's these 3 little component sections. We've got fuel, missiles, and drones. And so I just destroyed the enemy ship, so their ship breaks apart, and you are relieved to know that you are still 1 step ahead of the fleet. And then I've recovered some things from the enemy, including a system repair drone. Now, if I had this drone, I would be able to activate it. The system repair, obvious, you activate it. The system repair drone helps you fix up different parts of your ship when it breaks. However, I do not have a drone bay on my ship at all, so I can't actually use it. So I either have to install a drone bay later on, so I could use the drone, or just hoard it and sell it later on. 2 options. And since I did take some damage here on a ton of PA, I am going to depower one of my stations and just send them over to heal up. I like to make sure everyone, the ship is all repaired, everyone's at full HP before jumping to the next beacon. That way, in case anything, better to play it safe than sorry, because you never know what's going to be present at that next beacon. Then, with the missile-type weapons, you do need missiles to actually shoot them, so you want to be careful. If you have a bunch of missile-based weaponry, if you run out of missiles, you can't shoot any of them anymore, and now you're basically unarmed. It's all fun and games till the entire ship catches fire, pretty much, yeah. Now, you can see it has indicated that this beacon here is a store. That means we could go shopping and buy things there. However, I do only have 53 scrap, so I'm not able to really buy that much. If there was a more inexpensive weapon, I could potentially purchase that. I could also sell that system repair drones that I just got. But I think I'm going to opt to just jump here so we can see if we can get some more events where I can get more supplies. We'll see. Alright, an advanced Rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small Rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. When they're automated, that means there's no ship members inside. These ones can be nice to fight because it means there's nobody inside it to repair any system. Barry, however, disagrees and says, I hate these. I'm generally on the side of liking fighting the automated ships, because when you break their components, they're just fucked. So you take out their shields, you take out their weapons. Sometimes they'll have drones, no one to burn alive. I guess if your strategy is to kill everybody inside the ship, if there's nobody inside you can kill, it does take out some of the fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and hold off on shooting any missiles at the moment. See, now I've been hit and a fire has started. However, it's just out here on the edge. You can open doors, these are airlock doors, and you pull out all of the air from this room, and the lack of oxygen will just put out the fire. So I don't need to send anybody to take that out. Alright, I've taken down their shields, so now instead I'm going to aim at their drone, or their drone system, so I can hopefully damage that and take out their drone. And then I'm going to swap to try and take out their weapons next. But basically, they can't shoot me anyway at this point, because they shoot just a single shot. And then they can't attack me at all, no damage. And then I just have to very patiently wait for my weapons to charge up so that I may attack them and blow them up. You salvage what you can from the broken ship, 15 scrap. And then we investigate the station. The station is a storage site for various resources. You salvage everything possible. So we've got some more fuel, scrap, an extra drone. And since the fire is now put out, ship opened. However, you see this equal sign? That indicates that this station is used for the doors, so because it's depowered and damaged, I can't open any of the doors. So we're gonna need to repair that. All right, it's fixed, and now I'm able to close the doors. There we go. When it has those diagonal lines over the different rooms on your ship also, that means that there's no oxygen in there. Be very careful when sending your people into those rooms because there's no oxygen and they'll start suffocating and dying. We don't want anyone to die. Soon after arriving in the system, you are hailed by a small cruiser.
What good fortune that we happen to run into each other. Nothing personal, but you have some information we need.
This is a pirate scout. They're attacking us. So we want to pause. And we can see what... Another reason why pausing right at the start can kind of let you analyze what the enemy has on their ship. You see this? That means they're able to beam people over to your ship, and they can attack you directly inside. So you have to be prepared for that. However, I am going to start off the same way. I'm going to want to take them out a little bit quicker so I don't take as much damage. So I start with aiming for their shields so I can blast through, and I'm going to aim at their weapons so that they're not able to damage me. But usually pretty quickly right at the start, they send off someone from their ship if they're able to. Pretty much always I find if they have the ability to send someone onto your ship, they're pretty much going to do it right away. And there we go, we've taken them out already. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of usable scrap material, so we definitely want Bad Whore to be healed up. A lot of the time, I honestly just pull my power off the oxygen. Yeah, he was a pilot. Since as long as your oxygen doesn't get too low, you don't start suffocating instantly. So, occasionally, if I need some, like, emergency power, I'll just temporarily pull it off of oxygen and put it back on later. Keep it balanced out that way. Alright, here we are at the quest beacon. Also, as we take a moment, here on the left is the rebels slowly breaching into the system. You want to be careful to not get caught in there because they always have very powerful rebel ships. And if you don't want to die by them, maybe get out of the system and avoid falling into a beacon that falls under the rebel control. The rebels use cheat codes, honestly. Alright, we've been ambushed by a rebel ship. So when that Federation ship was like, haha, tee, can you help me out? Get over to this location over here, point. They had a trap set up, so we're just being attacked. Sometimes you get to where you're escorting them to, and they're like, yay, thanks for helping us. Here's some materials. Here's an upgrade. Here's something good. Or sometimes it'll be a trap like this. So, we need to take them out. Again, always keep in mind how many missiles you got. If I had a drone bay again, I would be keeping an eye on that instead. So I'm going to go ahead and attack their shields. They have a drone bay, but I'm not seeing a drone currently, so we're not going to attack that. I'm going to opt for attacking their weapons and attacking their shield. I do not want to put the missiles on auto fire, because then I will very quickly accidentally run out of all my missiles. Just put the lasers on auto fire, thank you. Unfortunately, I did just miss with my missiles, so I'm going to go ahead and attack their shields normally with my laser. Missing again, very good. Let's shoot at their shields again with my missile. Attack their weapons with my lasers, which I have to wait for. Something else that's good too, when you have different weapons, honestly, is maybe you don't always want to have things on auto fire. You want to have it timed out so that they are attacking at about the same time. For example, if I had like 2 laser weapons, maybe I want to time it so that they're done charging at the same point. That way I can take out the shield with one and then attack them with the other. And now they're powering up their FTL, so they're attempting an escape. And I don't want them to get away. I'm going to go ahead and attack their piloting system, because if that's broken, they can't jump away. But I have to wait very slowly, because this laser, not charging very fast. Alright, I took out their pilot system. You can see also when the doors open, if I had somebody in this room right here, I'd be able to see... Oh, nope, they managed to get away. Well, that sucks, because then you don't get anything when they escape. I should have used some missiles to do some extra damage and take them out. And hello there, Mr. Brandino, and welcome to the stream. I always shoot their engines. That would have been good to do too there, yeah. I'm still going, well, actually I have 91 scrap, so maybe we'll pop into the store and see if there's anything good to purchase. So we've got some drones, however I don't have a drone base, that's not very useful to me. However, I can buy drone control here, and if I bought that, then I would be able to use some drones. It even comes with a free combat drone. However, it does come with the other point, is that you do need power to power up your drones. So then you have to have additional money in order to upgrade your reactor, so you can actually have power for powering the drones. So you have to kind of keep that balanced also. And hello there, Andrew, and welcome to the stream. So I think I'm going to opt for no drones right now. But there's not really a point in selling the system repair drone right now, maybe. It's a little bit of a toss-up sometimes, where you're like, do I want to hoard this, maybe be able to use it later, or should I just sell it now? Then if I need the scrap later on, I'll have that ready. I think that's what I'm going to do. But who needs oxygen when you have drones?
True. Where's my robot man ship?
Now I could jump straight to the exit and go to the next sector. Or I could jump over to this beacon and see if there's maybe somebody else that we could fight. Get some extra scrap for them. Or opt for just going to the next system and attacking things there instead. Here's another point. If I fight a ship here, the ship's going to get be a little bit easier to fight. However, we also get less rewards from it. And if we also skip fighting here, that does keep us up with a little bit extra hull health, more likely, a few more missiles, whereas if I fought here, I might take some damage, and I might have to use up some missiles, and for a lower reward for an easier ship. So it becomes sort of a balancing thing. I think I'm just going to go ahead and jump over to the next system. Of course, again, I've only played so many rounds of FTL, and these are just sort of strategies, things that I personally have thought of, come across. And maybe if I played even more time on FTL, I would develop other or different strategies and be like, maybe this isn't such a good way to approach fighting enemies here. Or getting through the systems. It's all a toss-up. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. However, also here it seems, sometimes you get to the exit point, and there won't be anything here, and you can just go ahead and jump straight over to the next sector. Sometimes it'll be like this case, where there's a rebel scout here that's attacking a refueling outpost. And it gives me two choices. I could just avoid it, or I could intervene. A lot of the time, it's nice to help out when it's an outpost or something being attacked, because then usually you'll get some materials from the ship itself when you defeat them, and also from the outpost or whoever you're helping out. They'll both provide you with something. So it can be nice to do that. And since I don't have a lot of damage taken out in my hull, and I'm not out of missiles or anything, I don't really need to avoid the conflict in order to try and keep up my health. That's another thing too, is that you don't always want to attack every ship you come across. Sometimes you just want to try and avoid them. That way you're able to keep up extra health on your ship. So, we're going to intervene. So, the enemy ship is engaging us. They have a drone too. I'm gonna go ahead and just attack their shields. I think what I'm actually going to do is with my missile here. Now as I pause and think for a moment, if I very quickly take out their weapons, they're not able to shoot me with that. They just have their drone to shoot me with. If I missile their shield, I can get through and attack them much quicker. I think taking out their weapons, honestly, one or the other. I'm gonna take out their weapons, assuming this is something like a laser and they're able to shoot that twice. If I take out their weapons, then they'll only have their drone to attempt to attack me with, and I see they just attacked, and this is a beam drone. The beams cannot get through shields at all. Or for the most part, most beams can't, so their drone is now basically worthless. I've also damaged out their shields, so I don't need to use any more of my missiles. I can just continue to attack them normally, peacefully. Or, you know, attacking an enemy ship peacefully. That's a little bit of a contradiction. Imagine attacking somebody peacefully. I swear I'm attacking you for your own good. See, and now I've recovered some pieces from defeating that ship. And then also, the outpost provides us with materials too. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by those scouts. Take this, on the house. Thank you. And we're at 129 scrap. So, when upgrading your ship, that takes scrap to use. Sometimes you have to kind of balance it out and be like, do I want to upgrade my ship now, or do I want to hoard my scrap in order to stop at shops and spend them there for more powerful weaponry or other? Murder enemies with love. That's, I guess, what attacking peacefully would be doing, huh? I'm going to pause on doing any ship upgrades, and we're just going to jump to the next sector. We have two choices here. We can either jump up to a Mantis-controlled hostile sector, or down to a more peaceful civilian-controlled sector. If I go down here, you can see there's different paths, all of the green being civilian, all of the red being hostile. If I go down to civilian, that will give me a choice between a nebula or another hostile sector. If I go up to the Mantis controlled, I'll have the choice between two nebulas. I think I would rather have the choice between a nebula or a hostile, then I can kind of piece out which one would maybe be safer. And yeah, that's the thing. The different sort of systems of different types of races, they tend to operate in different manners. So if you go to like a civilian sector versus an NG sector versus a Voltan, their types of ships and the types of ways they attack you vary. So, like the comment there, the Mantis, they're a battling type race. So they very much like to board your ship and will send like 1,000,000 mantids aboard your ship. So if you don't have a lot of crew members or you're kind of weak, maybe don't go to a Mantis-controlled sector because they'll just board you and kill everybody. And then you'll just die. Mantis can be so horrible. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go ahead and go to the civilian sector. A little bit safer than the Mantis. So welcome to the new sector. Get to the exit beacon and jump before the rebel can get to us. I like this little tiny baby nebula that's just hanging out right there. I'm going to hop over to this beacon, as that gives me a little bit more choice in where I can jump to next. Whereas if I went to this beacon, I can only jump there or there. So let's go to that. Your jump leads to a completely unremarkable binary star system, so there's absolutely nothing here, so it was a waste of time! Useless. It seems that we have intersected with a rebel fighter, detected a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Weapons charged, but they're not firing yet. Outpost. That means we can get stuff from them if we successfully fend off this fighter, so let's go ahead and attack them. The rebel responds to your threat. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. We engage. Alright, they don't have any boarding systems, so we don't have to worry about being boarded. So that's good. Alright, Kraken's heading off for a little bit. Alright, hope you have a nice workout. We're going to start off again, taking out their shields, and then taking out their shields, and we'll attack their weapons with our lasers. Oh, well. Okay, rather than repair or help him out, repairing out and taking out this fire, I'm going to go ahead and keep this guy repairing the weapons. Alright, since they keep attacking us, I'm actually going to pull off the pilot from here. Because I want to make sure I get the weapons back up on so I can keep attacking them. Let's actually take out their weapons with their missile here. That way they can't keep attacking us quite so heavily in the same manner. Repower those up. It happens that when you get attacked and your system's damaged, if you don't have enough, it takes out one of these rectangles each time. So you can see it takes 2 power for my lasers and 1 power for my missile. When they damage this, it also takes out systems from the right to the left. So it makes it so I'm no longer able to use lasers. I would need some extra upgrades in weapons in order to prevent that from happening right up when I get attacked. Looks like it's going well. Yeah, I now have whole health. I've damaged their weapons. Let's go ahead and keep attacking them for the moment. Since I fire 3 shots with the laser when I attack, the first shot is going to take out their shield. Then the 2 lasers afterwards were able to take out the weapons. I think I'm going to go ahead and attack their oxygen here. That way they have to focus on going over, or they'll have to have a higher priority in going over to repair that. They've fixed their weaponry a little bit, so I'm going to shoot at that again. I like to keep their weapon systems down, again, that way they can't attack me and do a bunch of damage. Alright, ship breaks apart, and I salvage. And then the system also provides me, or the outpost also provides me with materials, 4 fuel, 24 scrap. The pompous bastards expected free service just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for the help. Thank you. Now I've taken a bit of damage on my 2 people here. So we're going to go ahead and heal them up before we continue.
Have you tried shooting them in their little butts?
I haven't. Maybe that's what I should have done, is just shot their butts off. The true way to attack enemies. Bad Horus has a singular point of damage. We'll heal him real quick. Alright, everyone's back in place. We'll keep going through the system. Alright, we've got another automated ship. We seem to be patrolling around a long-range sensor station. Let's go ahead and attack them. And all they've got is this beam drone. So we're going to go ahead and aim for their weapons first to take them out. Very patiently. Every time I shoot, also, your different crew members. Alright, they've damaged the weapon, so they're repairing that now. Your different crew mates have skills here. When I hover over them, as they level up, they become better at what they do. So, for example, someone on weapons who has a higher level of weaponry, they're able to charge your weapons up faster. So having someone who's very skilled makes it so you can attack more often and is much more powerful. And every time they use the weapon, they get points. So that's why he has like a lot more skill and experience in weapon than the other people on my ship. Is because he's attacking more often and using it more often. Horus is dead, yeah, with that singular point of damage. Did I say that I'm good at punch? Yes, you have gotten fairly good at punching. Look at that. It's because of those intruders that were boarding our ship earlier. I also want to keep in mind where my charge is at if I'm not on auto fire. That way I'm not just sitting here with a weapon fully charged and not doing anything. I've got a whopping 10 scrap. Your map has been updated with details of the surrounding area. That's right, because of that station being a long-range sensor. And I've defeated that ship that was here. It then marks off everything on my map. So these little triangles, possible ships. I don't know exactly what kind of ship. They could be enemy ships. They could be helpful ships. Who knows? I would have to actually jump to them in order to find out. The beacons without any markers, no ships present. So there's something else there instead. It could be a broken down ship where I could salvage for scrap. Who knows? The only way to find out is to jump to them. So it's a toss-up. Since you don't know what kind of ships they are, you don't know if they're going to be able to help you out or not. I think I'm going to go ahead and jump up to this system that is ship-free. What do we have? We've just got a station that does repairs. When at the normal stores, it costs 2 scrap for 1 repair, so they're not any more expensive than normal. Since I am pretty low on health here, I am going to go ahead and purchase the 10 damage repair, get up my whole points. So now I'm at 167 scrap. I'm pulling up here now for the ship and thinking if I want to upgrade anything though. There was a store that I could hop over to. See if they have anything good that I want to spend my scrap on, or just power up my ship some more. I think that's what I'm going to try and opt for. We're going to power up shields. So I've got 2 points in power, 2 points in shield. That'll make it so I have 2 levels in shield so that they have to shoot me more in order to get through them. Store first. Maniac says. Huh. Alright. We'll go ahead and go to the store first then. Actually, I've already upgraded those components because I closed out of this instead of hitting undo. So I've already spent my money. Or at least some of it. We'll go ahead and jump over to the store anyway. The only thing though is that it's kind of a toss-up. Like I could jump over to the store. That would take an additional fuel point. I could just go straight over to either of these systems, these beacons, and hop over to the exit. Do that all the time. Yeah, you're like, don't want to spend these points? Maybe I don't. Escape, and then you don't hit undo and you've spent your money instead. A transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost. I send everybody down. So, you can also see there's always the option for hiring crew. Don't really care to spend my scrap on that. Not gonna buy anybody. Instead, I'm going to look down here at augmentations, where there's a reverse ion field. Protects your ship from ion damage, giving a 50% chance to negate it entirely. Ion weapons, when they hit different components of your ship, will temporarily lock them and power them down. But not a ton of enemies have ion weaponry. Here we've got the repair arm. Repairs your hull every time you collect scrap, but reduces scrap collection by 15%. So I could make less money, but get some ship repairs if I bought that. I can also over here look at page 2, where we've got Ion Blast, Burst Laser, and Heavy Laser. This is Burst Laser 2, which is what I currently have. So maybe, since I've got 77, maybe what I'll do, Burst Laser 2 is so good, yeah, we could sell the missiles that we've got and swap it out instead for that Burst Laser. I think I'm gonna try doing that. Ion stuff can get pretty spooky, true. Could also do one node and come back, also true. Eyeing up that Heavy Laser, The Heavy Laser has 1 power acquired. Heavy lasers can wreak more havoc than their smaller Burst Laser counterparts. Now this does 2 damage, one shot. The bonus for the... What's nice with this Heavy Laser is it does have 1 power acquired, so it can be easy to kind of pair it up with more. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sell the missiles, ditch this. We're gonna buy the Burst Laser. It's alright, I've just unloaded that into cargo. We want to actually sell that. Buy the Burst Laser. I'm going to fix up my hull by 1, 2 more. And I actually can't power up the Burst Laser. Sometimes I don't pay attention and kind of miss that. I need another point here, so I'm gonna have to get more money. That's something I sometimes will overlook, and I'm like, oh, oops. I can't use that because I wasn't paying attention to how much power and shit these are taking. However, fortunately, this is just a rebel ship here, so they'll be fairly easy to take out. It's too bad, though, because they've just depowered my shields a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and auto-attack their weapons, so I can depower that to try and not take much damage. It is an easy shift, true. Oh, man, for a second they like missed their shots and I'm like, yes. But then I missed all of mine, basically, when trying to fire on them. Come on. There we go. That's what I'd like to see. Good job. Taking out their weapons so that all they have is the drone. There we go. Now they can't do any damage to us. So let's auto-fire on their shield so we can depower that. Alright, and then I can attack them just straight up more frequently. It almost would be good sometimes when you're at these lower level sectors and you get ships that can't do any damage to you. Just casually have that continue to be the course. Because then if you're able to just attack a ship that can't damage you at all, just over and over and over again, you can use that as a means to train up your crewmates. Get them more powerful with being able to fire, make it so that they can attack more often, and become stronger that way. So if I just left their shields up, took down their drone and their weapons, that way they wouldn't be able to damage me at all. And then yeah, it essentially becomes free training. Alright, we've got 35 scrap now, which is just enough to put another point to weaponry. So then we can power up our burst lasers. However, because we've only got 1 point, either I will have to take a power point out of engines or out of oxygen in order to fire 2 lasers at the same time. Because the shields work by having 2 power points out at a singular time, and I'd rather have my energy onto the shields. That way I'm able to have that all protected up nicely. Let's go ahead and jump over. I'm going to opt for jumping to here so I can see if we can get some extra materials out of whatever ship is here. Hopefully it's not a very difficult ship. I like being able to jump to this one, because then I can then just jump straight to the exit, or be like, you know what? That was a pretty easy fight. We're gonna try fighting this one too. They go double lasers and kill another ship, pretty much. And we've got a pirate ship, light cruiser. At first it appears you've arrived in an empty station, but a ship appears from behind a planet and hails you. Haha, I am the dread pirate Tuco. Prepare to die. Well, Tuco, we'll see about that. Now, since I'm currently starting off with 100 oxygen, I'm going to keep my engines powered up so I got the extra evasion. I'm going to power down my oxygen and put it onto lasers. And then I'll probably swap over some engine power to the oxygen in a bit so I can restore that up a little bit higher. So, let's go ahead and split our attack currently. Let's actually just go all out on the weapons so we can take them out quickly. Then they can't attack us. Oh. And see, that was an ion blast right there. Had it managed to hit my shields, or managed to hit and not just miss, if it hit the shield, then it would temporarily take out my shields for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead now, since I've taken out their weapons, swap over and take out their shield. Though they only have a singular point, so maybe instead what I will do is take out their engines. I could even take out their pilot, because then they're not able to evade as well, so I'll have a higher accuracy as I attack. Those 2 weapons couldn't even penetrate your shields. This is brutal. It's basically a massacre here. Yep, there goes them. The ship explodes. I collect the scrap. Easy fight. Now I'll put a point back into oxygen and restore all the air on my ship. And then when we fill up, get back to 100%, we'll jump to the next system. Now, I'll say, oh man, one of the rounds I had, it's not like it was particularly exciting, just a humorous thing that happened, but is honestly has been my favorite thing so far. Is I ended up attacking either it was a ship or an outpost or something. And their like race of mantis guy was like thinking it was a human and wanted to talk to a person, and they're like, please come talk to this guy. And I'm like, all right, human crewmate aboard my own ship, go over and talk to them. And I go over and talk to this mantis guy, and he's like, my name is Smith. I'm a human, and I want to join the Federation. And I look at this mantis guy, and I could leave him alone here with his family, or I could say, you know what, Mantis Smith, you can join my ship. And that is definitely what I did. I was like, Smith, you can join my crew. Human mantis man Smith, join my Federation ship. And so he did, and it was the best, and I loved Smith. And then, not long afterwards, I was attacked. No, it was like I went to a system, not blew up. I went to try and help somebody out, and he got like mind controlled or something. Or went onto the enemy ship to like help them out, and they had like something, I forget the explicit of what happened, but he ended up dying there, and it was so sad, and I was so sad. It was like, Smith, no! I loved Smith. Smith was the best crewmate. Alright, sometimes this happens too when you're attacking the enemy, where they will attempt to surrender. And then you want to kind of balance it out. Sometimes it gives you better or different items. Right now it's offering us 3 missiles, 1 drone, 12 scrap. I don't care about drones. I sold my missile weaponry down here, so I don't care about either of those. If I destroy their ship, usually it makes it so we get more scrap. So I would rather just kill them for the extra scrap, because I'm not having a problem fighting them. Occasionally, if you're having a little bit of a rough time taking a lot of damage, or your ship itself has been taken down a lot, you might want to opt to just accept their offer so you don't take any more damage. Because sometimes the difference between what they're offering and what you end up getting when you destroy them isn't very significant. It varies. So you have to kind of weigh, do I want to opt to try to destroy them, or do I just want to surrender? No fuel, low scrap, consider yourself dead. Pretty much! And hello there, Skelebra, and welcome to the stream. So we are not accepting surrender, we kill them. I'm also gonna go ahead and just, because I've taken out so many of their systems already, oxygen's out, their drones are out, weapons are out, I'm gonna depower my engines because I'm not worried about getting hit, so I can put more power back onto oxygen so we can get that back up. We're gonna aim for their shields and their pilot system. There we go. Both taken out, and now they're dead. See? Now instead of getting missiles, I get fuel, and I get 4 extra scrap. That's preferred because, again, it's sort of a balance. Whenever they're like, hey, you can get missiles and drones if you do this, and you look at your ship and you're like, I don't have any drones, and I don't have any missile weaponry. So, I don't give a shit about either of those. Since you can't sell any either to any shops, the only time that having them becomes useful is if sometimes you'll happen across little events that you're able to use them. So maybe I'll get an event later that's like, hey, if you sell us your drones, we'll give you this. And you're like, excellent, I'll take that deal. Sometimes you never get that. It all varies. The RNG allows for many possibilities. My oxygen system isn't totally refueled, but that's fine. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. Alright, a small platform orbits near this beacon. It looks like a refueling station of some sort and is cheerily broadcasting reasonable prices. Now, sometimes when this prompt comes up, you go, hey, yeah, I want to refuel my ship, and you go to refuel, and they're like, ah ha ha! We're actually pirates and now we're attacking you. Sometimes you'll go and dock and it'll just be like, all right, great. This is what it costs to refuel. So you have to be cautious. Looking at my fuel, I'm not too concerned currently with where we're at. However, on the other hand, there is the chance for being attacked. I'm not concerned about my whole health either. And with the 2 burst lasers, having another ship to destroy would be a way to get some additional materials. So, doesn't it blow up sometimes? Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of different things that can happen. So you have to sort of like balance out and decide what sort of RNG outcomes you're gambling on. So we're gonna try docking. And that's it. That's all it is. It is just fuel. Don't care about it. I reject their offer. So now I'm gonna wait. Actually, we're just gonna go straight jump. Whenever you jump to a new sector, it never starts with anything. So 2 options. 1, I can go to an uncharted nebula, or go to a pirate-controlled system. A lot of the time, I've kind of grown very cautious of going to nebulas, largely because of ion storms, because of how much they can fuck your shit up. So I'm going to go ahead. Though, then again, another point to consider. If I jump to here, the only choice I have is to go to a nebula again. If I went to a nebula now, I would have a choice between whatever this is, hostile region, or another nebula. So it becomes sort of a balancing. Do I want to just go to this pirate-controlled system? Do I want to go to the uncharted nebula? Because it locks you into whatever this is. It's either nebula now or next time. Yeah, it does lock me in. I have to go to a nebula at some point. It's somewhat do I want the nebula to be easier now and a harder hostile, or do I want to have an easier hostile and a harder nebula? I think we'll go ahead and go for an easier hostile with pirates, and then we'll go over to the nebula. Alright, if the reports are true, this area has been under the control of pirates for quite some time. Some traders still attempt to trade with the few settlements that remain, but they do so at great risk. True, I could technically do Nebula now and Nebula later. That was an option as well. But this is what I've opted for. Let's go. And you can see that there's a tiny gathering of Nebula here at the exit. If I go all the way up through this top section, though, I can avoid all of the nebulas until the very exit. So, let's go around the top route here. I'll jump to this one. Jump over to this beacon. And some people just want to watch the world burn. Slime is one of them. Nebula only. And we have come across a pirate slaver ship. A lot of the time, when you come across them, they offer to sell you one of their slaves. A lot of the time when you come across slaver ships, it's either like I surrender crew to them, or attack, or purchase from them, attack, or ignore them. And sometimes you have to be cautious because I find a lot of the time the slavers tend to trend on the difficult side. So you have to be cautious. But since we're still fairly early on, and I've got the 2 burst lasers, I'm gonna go ahead and attack them. And hello there, battle sheep, and welcome to the stream. Attack the slaver scum. Free the boyfriend. I will attempt to free the boyfriend, but it doesn't always give me that option. We'll go ahead and attack them. Oh, and I see they're also cloaking. So while they're cloaked, I can't attack them at all, so we'll just have to wait for a bit. It also is unfortunate because I can't charge up my weapons to aim at them while they're cloaked either. So now that they're out of cloaking, I'm going to just straight aim for that so they can't re-cloak. And we're also going to aim for their weapons so that they can't attack us. Then we just have to wait patiently. I'm gonna pull out of power out of my oxygen so I can put it into the engines, so I have extra power. I've taken out their cloaking. Now they've just got their weapons, so we're going to focus on attacking that to take out their weapons. All they've got right now is a beam and laser, so if we take out their weapons, they really can't do anything. And there we go, we've taken down their system. Now, there's two things that happen at this point when this surrender option comes up. One, we get absolutely no materials from the ship when they offer us a slave. However, we get a crewmate instead. If I opted to continue attacking them and destroy the ship, it's just going to kill them. We will not get any crewmates. Everybody's dead. And yeah, that's what this little icon indicates. Do they have weapon skill? Yes. He's a gun guy, we don't need him, because I'm the only guns we need. Tomato, cool. Wow, having a backup weapons guy can be very good, because if he's, ever dead, we'll have someone else that can take his place, because it can be a serious loss not having someone that's trained in, weaponry. And another point, like Maniac says, not only is he fully trained, he's also the NG race, which are extremely quick on repairs, which can be very nice if like the weapons are damaged. You can fix it a lot faster. So, plus, if I opt for a crewmate, that means I can put another chat member on board the boyfriend. And come on, he's like a cabin boy. We'll see, but we have shields, and we can put them on shields, and when you have someone manning the shields, it makes it so that they will recover quicker when they are powered down. So we're going to go ahead and accept their offer and take on the extra crewmate. Where is PP at, by the way? PP is actually almost trained up on his weaponry power. So it becomes a little bit of a toss-up here. It might be nice to put my engineer on weaponry, because then if the weaponry is shot at, he will instantly start working on repairing it. And he can repair a lot faster than our human friend can. However, if I have NG on shields, shields aren't as pressing to keep someone on. So if something else is damaged, we can always pull him off to help him repair elsewhere. Whereas if he was on weaponry, we wouldn't want to pull him off. So I think what we'll do is we'll keep him on shields. And we're also going to just save the current crew to make sure everyone stays at their current locations. And now I'm going to pull up the options for the ship. And we'll navigate over here. And now, chat, that means it's time to name him after somebody. So type in a number, 1 to 100, if you want to be put on the ship. And then we'll randomize and see who gets it. Make sure you're also not saying the same number as somebody else, because you can't have two people be the same number. So, Corey, you're gonna have to pick a different number because Slime beat you to the 42. Sorry about that. Alright, and I'll give chat just another minute here as they're typing in their numbers. Like Horace over there, betting on 101. Please, Horace. You're already on board. That's why you're going up with the 101. But what if the randomizer said 100? Imagine having two bad whores on board. I'm opting out. I'm the random dead guy in space. Well, you are a skeleton, right? Skelebra? PP Gamer with -199. Maybe you'll win. Who knows? Alright, the random number. Didn't this come up with 24 already? Earlier on when I did a randomized number, it said 24. What the fuck? Nightbot, why are you giving a 24 twice? Well, I guess that makes Battle Sheep the winner then, seeing as he straight up said 24. Rigged? That's what it seems like. Nightbot, why are you giving out 24 twice? You're gonna make it, like, chat think that I'm, rigging the vote indeed. I've actually set up Nightbot to only return a set number of possible randomized numbers, and oh no. What do I do now? Nothing. I just put you in. What? Actually, I guess now since I'm putting you in, you're now on Shields, and it shortens your name now to just Battles. Welcome, Battles, aboard the ship, the boyfriend! Exclamation point random 24. You know, 24, the randomization is 8. It adds you? Yes, I have that built in. That way it stands out a little bit more easily against all the other chat messages, so it isn't buried so easily. Boyfriend, that's right. The ship's name is the Boyfriend. In all caps, by the way. Oh, we've got a distress beacon. Someone might need help. The distress beacons, like the other ships, or the quests, they could be fooling us. They can be like,
Help us over here. We definitely are in need of some assistance.
and then you jump over and you're like, hey, who's here? Can I help somebody out? And then they just attack you because it's pirates. Distress in a pirate sector? Sure. Yeah. Maybe we'll just go around. Not here though, because then it forces us to that distress. So we're gonna jump down to this location instead. Though, if I jump, actually, jumping to here does let me go here, which does let me go around to that. It does mean we'll take a little bit longer to get to the exit, but we're gonna avoid the distress beacon this time. Ever tried modding FTL? I have not. I have not tried modding FTL before. So here we go, a pirate ship. So even though we just avoided that distress beacon, we've come across a pirate ship. And we're also out in an asteroid field, so along with being attacked by the enemy ship, asteroids will also blast into our shield, taking it down too. However, the enemy also can get hit by asteroids, so it's not only negative to me. So let's put all our firepower on the weaponry first. Make sure we take that down so they can't attack us. My favorite thing that happened in this game is losing a crew member to space spiders in an encounter. Yeah, whenever I come across ships now that they're like, we're being attacked by space spiders, I'm like, you can take care of that yourself. I'm just gonna keep flying over here. Thank you. It's like the first time you play FTL, every time an option comes up, you're like, yeah, I want to try doing this. And then, as you play more, you're like, you know what, maybe I'm just gonna not do this one this time. And here we go. This time when they're saying, I surrender, they're also offering up this augment for an FTL recharge booster. So it will charge up my FTL drive faster. And they're also offering 3 fuel, 5 missiles, and 35 scrap. That's pretty good. So I think we'll go ahead and just take their offer. And since we're out right now in an asteroid belt, I can't pull up the ship info to look at that. We're just gonna have to keep flying. And look, there's another distress beacon, which I'm sure is another legitimate one, of course. All right, and as we go into this one, it is still an asteroid field, and there is another pirate ship lying in wait, immediately moving in to attack us even. A lot of asteroid fields. Yeah, apparently maybe we're on like an asteroid belt here. Alright, since I did have my oxygen power down from last time, we're already on the lower side of oxygen. However, we can handle that for a little bit. Gotta keep my evasion up by keeping the engines powered. We'll take out their weaponry. And then probably I'll take the point out, now that we've taken out their weapons, I'm gonna pull the point out of engines and get some of the oxygen back up. Wanna make sure that I don't get that too low. Oh, it looks like they've also got an ion weapon, so they've taken down my shield a little bit. So you can see also when it decharges from the ion, I'm no longer able to man it either. So Battle's here just hanging out next to the console. Oh, I was also still aiming at weapons. I should have swapped off, but I didn't. But too late now. I'm gonna go ahead and take out their shields. And let's also aim for their engine compartment in case they're trying to, or in case there's the chance where they're going to try and escape. We're gonna go ahead and start early and keep that from happening. Oh, see, look, I just took out their piloting station and they're trying to escape. Guess what? I've taken it out already. You can't do that. Nice try, though. I'm gonna split here and aim for their weapons to make sure those stay damaged and attack their engines, too. Alright, and then we just wait patiently. And look at that! They're attempting to surrender. Do we take it, though? They're offering up 4 fuel. That's pretty good. And 16 scrap. That's alright. They're at only a single hull point, so honestly, if I reject, they're pretty much going to be destroyed right afterwards. So, maybe we'll just go ahead and destroy them anyway. See, if I had said no, we'll accept your surrender, it would have just blasted on by. So instead of getting that 4 fuel, I instead get additional scrap and some missiles. Even if you accepted they died to an asteroid right after, well, it sucks to be them. Doomed either way. However, since I accepted their surrender, I did get their scrap. Or I do get extra scrap. So that's nice. I do like having the extra money, so. We'll go ahead and jump at the higher beacon, that way we can keep traveling through easily. See, like this case, a strange vessel approaches. A digital vessel appears on your view screen. This is an automated merchant. Refill this vessel with fuel and it will supply you with drones. I don't fucking need drones because I don't have any drones on my ship. So this would be a very bad deal. The best trade 2020. Imagine getting rid of your fuel to get drones when you don't even have any drones on your ship. No thank you, I reject their offer and I continue flying. What the fuck? More asteroids? Apparently this pirate system is just asteroid belt. Alright, time to fight. Definitely want some extra evasion here. We take out their weapons first. Lots of asteroids coming in this time. Woo! Oh, they only have single laser shots there too. Not very good for them. Taking out their weapons there, I think. So we'll go ahead and take out their shields afterwards, so I'm able to lay more damage down on their ship. See, there we go. Look, they're trying to escape. Guess what? That's not going to happen when they only got 2 hull already. Even if I'm not able to hit this at all, they're not going to be able to charge up fast enough to get away. Unless I, managed to have terrible aim and I missed all of my shots. That can always happen. Though, as I'm fighting them, they're like, actually, can we surrender? And honestly, I think in this case, I'm going to accept it. That way I can take this fuel. Don't really care about the missiles. But essentially, since each fuel point costs like, I think it's 3 scrap, 2 or 3 scrap a piece. This becomes the equivalent of 6 or 9 scrap points. And you don't always find a store to purchase fuel at either. So we're going to accept their offer. And take the extra fuel. And now we're going to jump away right up here. We also have a lot of missiles. It'd be nice if we came across instead of having like that deal where it was like, hey, 1 drone for some fuel, it would have been nice if, or whichever way around it was, if I could trade in some of my, honestly, I wish I would come across some deals that were like, hey, we'll take your drones or your missiles and we'll give you fuel or scrap. That would be nice. And here we can see that there's a battle taking place and that it's a civilian ship being attacked. Sometimes a civilian ship will reward us afterwards if we help out. Sometimes we'll find after our battle's finished that civilian ship bailed. But either way, a fight means material, so we're going in. And I like it when I see the shields low, because that's less to blow through. So let's continue. Alright, I already have my oxygen power down, which I should have waited at. I guess since it was asteroids, that's why I didn't wait around. Sometimes I just kind of jump to the next area when I'm in asteroids. That way I don't have to worry about getting hit. But since I do have 2 power on my shield, I wouldn't really have needed to worry about that anyway. Alright, since I took down their weapons, I'm going to take a point out of my engines and into the oxygen for a bit so I can restore that a little bit. And look! Ton of paw. Got some extra training there in engines. They're doing better. I think because of all of these fucking... Yeah, okay. Every time our shield is hit, that gives extra training for whoever's on... I guess that's shields. We're getting a lot of extra training here for engines versus my weapons over here. So, ton of paw doing very well. Gets battleship armor, missile launcher, and a Capri Sun? Do you mean a Capri Sun? What is this? And hello there, Twitchy, and welcome to the stream! Ow! They have some missiles. Guess what, though? I took that out, so... Now they can't missile me anymore. That's the real thing, is that as you're building up your own power on your ship, if you've opted to and spend a lot of your scrap on powering up your shield, if you end up in battles against enemies that have missiles, the missiles just go right past your shields and kind of fuck you. No, Caco, it's Cappy Sun. If you say so. Thunder, are you just coming into chat? Hello! And this time, this pirate ship gave us fucking 34 scraps, so that's pretty good. Oh, and the civilian ship, it seems, is still here since it's saying we can contact them. Oh, never mind. They left. Okay, you're welcome, I guess. We'll give it a minute here to recharge. Let's peek at the ship. Let's see. We've got 148 scrap, so we could power up different systems. Sometimes it can be nice to put an extra point to shields, because while you might not be able to get another shield barrier yet, you can see over there on the right how it says we won't get any more barriers until we spend a total of 100 more scrap. Just having that little extra marker will make it so that if we took a little bit of damage into shields, it wouldn't instantly lose us a charge. And thank you for following, Jack Reaver. Appreciated. I say go doors. Better doors save lives. Ugh. Doors. Sometimes actually having an extra point oxygen can be nice, because then if our oxygen is damaged a little bit, it doesn't instantly put us in danger. Oh fuck, called out.
Yep, since I've got the follows on.
That's alright, if you want to just continue lurking, that's fine. That's fine too, but welcome to the stream anyway. Look at that store, completely out of the way. Fuck you, store, I'm going to the nebula instead. Since we've been doing pretty well here. And this isn't an ion storm, so I'm not gonna try and hide away, we're just gonna go ahead and attack them. Alright. The thing is when you're in a nebula, it makes it so you can't see any section of your own ship. And additionally, they do have this module, so they're able to send in some intruders, so we're gonna get some people attacking us in short order here. We want to focus on the weapons as usual to make sure they can't damage us. See, and we've got the intruders detected, but where are they exactly? Oh, they're down there in engines. We're gonna go ahead and have battles help them. We don't want to pull PP Gamer off of weapons because we want to keep attacking them. And having someone manning weapons lets us attack faster, but we now want to keep an eye on Battle's HP so we can pull them out if they get too low. Alright, good. They're attempting to surrender. 4 missiles and 15 scrap. They've got 4 on their hull. I'm gonna say, fuck that. We're not gonna accept their surrender. I want their scrap. Don't let me die. I don't know. I don't mind letting you die, maybe. We've taken out their weapons. I'm gonna keep shooting at them with 1. Actually, let's shoot at their engine department just to be sure that they're not able to escape. And I just took them out anyway because all my shots hit. And look at that. Fuck getting 4 missiles. Instead, we've got 2 additional fuel and a lot more scrap instead. So, see, in this case, it was definitely better to take them out rather than accepting a surrender. Now I'm going to swap over and let's heal up our people. So, ton of paw, get over to medbay, and you too, Battles. Alright, and then send them back to their place. Yeah, when there's the large streams, very large streams, it can sometimes be a little bit less exciting in chat because the chat will go so quickly, there's not much conversing or reading you're really able to do. That's what's nice about small streams. This long-range beacon hidden with a nebula. Oh, well, there's nothing going on here, so here we are at the exit with nothing. And look at that! Frosty, resubscribing for 8 months. Now this is some quality video gaming right here. Can never go wrong with FTL. That's right, I've been playing a bit of it, and I've been really enjoying it. FTL is a lot of fun. I like it. And thank you again, Frosty. I hope you've been doing all right. It's been a while since we've talked at all. And now we're going into an uncharted nebula. FTL is insane. Yeah, it's honestly kind of intense how quickly it feels the difficulty ramps up too. You're like at these beginner sectors and you're like, haha, it's pretty easy. And then you go to the next sector and then suddenly it's like, holy shit, I'm dead. All right, here we are in the nebula. Now, it looks like this is the only beacon, if I went down, where I wouldn't have to go through Nebula. What is the fastest route out of here? If I go here, I'm stuck. If I go here, I can go up. If I go here, it's pretty much the starting point. I think we'll go here, then we can go here, there, and work our way across like that. Walmart still has a death grip on my sleep schedule. Walmart just working Frosty to the bone. Holy shit. It don't stop, huh? FTL is so hard. Yeah. Hello there, Thoth, and welcome to the stream. 8 years, and their modding community even got more complex. People did not abandon FTL, they just got more into it. That's, I think, the case when the game is better or more enjoyable, is that there's a lot more incentive to want to keep modding it. So, here we have a Mantis fighter with 3 shields. Navigating the fog blind, you practically bump holes of the Mantis ship they hail you. Ha! This transgression will be overlooked. Nebula, very dangerous. Next time, humans all die. Now I could attack them. However, it is a Mantis ship. And they've got pretty much, I think, all of the Mantis ships have the... I forget the word for it. But they always tend to have the module. They like always have the module for being able to send people to your ship to attack. That would mean a fuck ton of mantids on our ship. Crew teleporter. Yeah, something like that. So honestly, I'd rather not fight the Mantis. Because I don't want to lose any of my people over here. I've only got 4 crew members, so we're not going to fight them. I'm just gonna keep flying through the nebula. Play it safe. However, this auto attack ship, yes, I will gladly fight them. Though it's not like it's giving me a choice this time anyway. So, powering down medbay, put it into our lasers, take down their weaponry. Coward, your NG wants blood. Yeah, of everybody on my ship, definitely the NG is the one going, yeah, I want to kill people. There we go. Okay, weapons taken out. Since they've got this clone over here, we're gonna go ahead and take out their clones next. We're gonna keep targeting the weapons to make sure they stay depowered. We're gonna take out the clone to make sure they're not able to attack us at all. There we go. We have attacked them and damaged their clones enough that they're now depowered. We're going to keep targeting it. I'm going to opt for not taking down their shields, honestly, because then I can get more shots off onto them themselves, which will allow my own crewmates to train up their stats a little bit more. See? Fucking easy, and I got fucking 42 scrap. Oh my god. That's pretty good. Look at that. We're at 222 scrap now. That's excellent. Again, always kind of balancing out, do I want to upgrade my ship more so I'm able to more easily take on more difficult enemies, or do I want to try and hoard it for a possible store that we're going to come across where I could spend it for good upgrades? Since I'm still at a decent hull damage level, we're going to go ahead and hold off a little bit longer. Let's continue. You see that? You're still alive? Indeed. Nobody has died so far. 0 deaths. We hop to the next beacon, where we run into a mantis, and this mantis is not going to let down. So, a bonus at least is since I opted to not fight that first mantis ship, I definitely would have been in a much worse position regarding my hull. So, starting off the same way, I want to attack their weapons. We want to get them down. And now they're attacking me, not sure where they're at exactly. Since we're in the nebula, so we don't have any camera or visuals, we're gonna go ahead and send battle sheep around to explore. Try and find, there we go. And not really attacking, I'm going to pull off also Bad Horus off of the... Alright, I've also taken down their weapons. So while I'm paused here, I'm going to swap. Now there's a couple of ways we could go. We could aim for like their shields so that we're able to lay more damage to them. We could take out their oxygen so they're having to focus on that. We could take out their engines or their piloting system. Yeah, they just call it piloting. That way, if they attempt to flee, they're not able to. And hello there, Graviton, and welcome to the stream. Our NG robots, they're partially robotic, not 100%. Let's opt to take down their shields. That way we're able to do more damage to them. So now we've got 2 people taking on the Mantis. You can see how much damage the Mantis is doing. So what I'm actually going to do, I think, is I'm gonna have ton of PA over here. Oh, also the Mantis guy just fled. We're going to go ahead and focus our repairs here, fixing up medbay. I'm gonna swap off oxygen temporarily so we can heal them up, because they're definitely going to come back to attack us. Swapping our weapons back over onto there, and we can also see that we're at hull 1, shields 1. So on this next barrage of lasers, unless I miss everything, they're dead. And there we go. The ship explodes, and we've got of useful material. Look at that, 39 scrap. All right, everybody's healed back up. We sent everyone back. Depower medbay, put it on oxygen. I think now I am at least going to spend some of our scrap points on power. That way we can be fully powered on our engines, as well as our oxygen at the same time, so I don't have to worry about balancing them. And I'm going to hoard it for a little bit longer, because what would be nice is to see if I could manage to get a weapon upgrade. That's what I've got my fingers crossed for. Because if we could get a decent weapon upgrade, even if it's just not even an upgrade, but an additional laser gun that's just like 1 power point, we could then upgrade our weapons and our reactor a little bit more to be able to power that up. And then we could really beat down the enemy with our lasers. All right. We've got quite a few choices. All right, if I go to here, we would have access to the out of nebula location, which lets us jump right over to the exit. And jumping here will give me a pretty good range of places I can see. If I also go to this nebula, though, I would have either this nebula choice or this nebula choice for where to jump to. I'm going to jump to here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It gives us 6 different beacons that we're able to see, so that's more area that we're able to kind of be like, are one of these a store? So here we go. We've run into a rebel rigger. And I could try hiding to avoid being attacked by them. However, I'm noticing 2 things. 1, they've just got drones, weapons. They don't have any beaming to attack or intruders. And honestly, that's always my biggest concern. Or with the types of ships I tend to kind of load up on, intruders tend to be my bigger problem than what the ship is armed with. We're gonna attack them and see how this goes. All right, lasers on the weapons. And this is a beam drone too, which means it's not going to be able to do anything to my shields. So the only concern I have are their weapons. So if we take them down, boom, down, good. Their drone is fucking useless. So I don't care at all, honestly, about attacking their drone. So instead, we're going to attack their engine compartment. That way they're not able to escape. And then we're going to target their shields. That way I can attack them with more damage, so we can take them down sooner. All right, we can see they've powered back up their weapons. However, I've hit them And they're mostly just offering us missiles. And again, as we have observed, we don't have any of that. I reject their offer. I want their scrap. 17? I need more than that. Thank you. We attack. I'm also going to aim up everything on the weapons. There we go. See? Fuck 17 scrap. 41. Reject offer. Return to violence. Maximize the profits for 271 scrap. Total excellent. We jump. And unfortunately, there's no stores around us, so we don't get that bonus. Now, where do we want to fly to? We could go to the unvisited location here. The one outside of the nebula. My main concern is Ion Storm. I don't want to get that. So we're going to go with the safe route and go to this unvisited location. And hello there, Garlic, and welcome to the stream. No, I am not using any mods. This is unmodded, and I am also not using their expanded content either. So this is all just straight vanilla. That's right, since it is like blood for the boyfriend. Blood for the boyfriends. All right. Again, I don't give a shit about drones. I'd rather have the fuel, so I reject their offer. We're jumping. So this was kind of a shitty beacon to go to. But what choice do I have? I fly to the exit. And there's absolutely nothing here happening at the exit either. Sometimes it can be nice, since this is a nebula, it makes the rebels proceed very slowly. I think I'm going to jump up to this nebula. No, let's just go ahead and go to the next sector. Mantis homeworlds? Fuck that! We're going to Zoltan controlled. Alright, this species is not renowned for giving anything for nothing, but you can't always be assured a fair hearing. I like we've started off in a nebula area after just escaping a nebula. Very cool. We're gonna jump up to here. Yeah, because if we went here, we could only go straight from there. This gives us at least 2 options right off the bat. I don't think it does make them slower. If you hover over the nebula sections, it gives you the description that it slows down rebels, I'm pretty sure. You spied 2 pirate ships lurking in the nebula here. They remain unaware of your presence. You're able to get your scanners to at least identify their cargo. One is carrying the fuel supplies, the other ammunition. They begin to drift away from each other in the storm. Well. Let's get some more fuel, right? Wait, hang on. Actually, it's an ion storm, so I'm just gonna let them leave. I'm not gonna attack them during ion storm. Yeah, the nebula here will make the fleet pursuit slower, but will disrupt your sensors. Alright, we'll go here next. And we can kind of loop around. And it looks like we're attacking some NGs here. You jump into a debris field, used to be Zoltan Cruiser. It's an NG escort, takes you for an attacker, and they retaliate. They refuse to hail me. I don't think NGs ever have any intruder ports, so it's all about the weaponry and drones for them. Let's power back up our oxygen and weapons and attack their weapon. And since they've got just like a defense drone right here, since I'm not shooting any missiles at them at all, I don't care about that drone at all. So I just care about taking down their weapons. This one is a beam, this one's a beam. So, since they've just got this ion weapon, oh, well, actually it looks like one of their beam weapons there are able to go through our shields. We're gonna let the oxygen be damaged for a minute, and I'm going to repair the engines first. Since oxygen only becomes a problem concern when it gets lower. So if I fix that up, that gives us the extra evasion back. Now we'll fix up the oxygen, so we're able to heal. Continuing to focus on their weaponry. I see we've just leveled up, it looks like, in weapons, so now I'm able to attack even faster, really bring down the barrage of laser attacks. Ton of PA, finished. Bring her back into the engine room. I think I might pull off the weapons for a little bit to take down their shields, I might. And then we'll swap back over to attacking weapons right afterwards. Of course, if I miss all of my shots, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Thanks, aiming. Fucking hell. There we go. Much better. Oxygen isn't a problem if you hold your breath. I mean, but then technically... Also, they're only at one whole point left anyway, so I just need one shot off, and there we go. Just 36 scrap, I've gotten more. Ooh, there we go. Store. We're going there. We've got fucking 300 scrap to spend. And this is a Mantis store too. Interesting. So, here we can get some system upgrades. Drone control, crew teleporter, cloaking. Cloaking? Honestly, really nice to have when you get to the end. Over here, page 2, we've got a missile launcher and a beam. I'd rather have lasers. This requires 2 power, 3 power. So Hermes, not something we want to opt for. Push that to the side because it takes too much power and we would have to upgrade our weapons a lot in order to be able to power that at the same time. Pike beam, a little bit easier with only 2 power. We would only have to upgrade our weapons twice. However, I'm going to close this for a second. You can see that it takes 50 scrap, and then we'll take an additional 75 to get 2 more power points for our weapons. So, that's 125 scrap total. That's pretty expensive. And then we would also need to upgrade our power bars twice? Cloaking is cowardice. At the end it's dang near impossible without cloaking. Yeah. Mainly it makes it so that when there's a bunch of intruders on your ship and shit, the cloaking can be nice just to like make it so that they can attack you while you're dealing with stuff on your ship. So, face your doom head on. Please! We hide by the cloaking device. There's also FTL recharge booster, which powers up the drive 25% faster, scrap recovery arm, 10% more scrap from any source. That's more money, more money. I think we'll just go ahead and buy cloaking, repair our ship a little bit. Take it to that part right there, so we're 2/3 full. And then we'll upgrade a little bit, mainly just for a case of some extra buffering. Put a point in shield so that our shield isn't instantly taken out if it gets attacked. And we'll do the same thing with weapons. So if we're shot at all on our weaponry or our shields, it's not instant takedown. So that way we're able to maintain them a little bit. Takes us to 58 scrap, so we still have some backup money in case we want to spend that on either another ship upgrade or if there's another store around later. Yeah, cloaking is definitely very good for the mothership at the end. I could have purchased some more fuel too, though. Yeah, I did not do that, but... See, like right here, how they're cloaking? What do I do? Well, since I'm not able to charge at all, aim when they're cloaking, I'm gonna take some power off of my weapons and put it onto my own cloaking, and I'm going to cloak myself. Of course, that does lock in. I forgot about that. It locks in our power point there, so I'm gonna pull off oxygen and power up our lasers. And then we have to wait for them. Their cloaking's lasting longer than ours. So, might have been good almost to maybe wait a moment. Okay. Now I could take down their cloaking device, but I think I'm going to aim it all on weapons because I'd rather them not be able to attack me. Just almost there, come on. There we go. And now I'll pull off one of my weapons onto their cloaking device instead. They had no shield. No, a lot of the time with these automated vessels, if they have the ability to cloak, usually they can't also shield. It's one or the other a lot of the time. If you get to the more difficult sectors, they'll have both. But the cloaking does not seem that great. It's good in certain circumstances. Since the cloaking will prevent any charging of weapons, so you can cloak and repair up your ship. If they're like sending a bunch of intruders on, then you don't have to deal with being attacked both on the outside by their ship and on the inside by all their intruders. You only have to be concerned with one thing at a time. Which is, again, especially useful when you're at the end and you're attacking the mothership because, they send it's pretty rough. And yeah, it also adds a ton of evasion, so even when they are able to attack, not nearly as many shots are getting through. And there we go. Easy. 45 scrap even. Hey. So if Caco gets 2 more engine upgrades, she's literally invincible with cloaking on. Yeah, so it makes it then very effective defense measure. That's probably the strategy if you have the cloaking ship, is to put a lot of your points into engines so that you're able to cloak and have high engine power and just dodge all of the enemy shots. I'm gonna stay here a little bit longer because I want to get extra materials too. So we're going to continue to just loop around the exit. Not invincible cloaking can be hacked, but very nice. Cloaking can only be hacked in 2 cases. One, if you're on the expanded content where hacking actually exists, and if you're referring to ions, you can only get ioned if the enemy has ion weaponry. And hello there, Baldir, and welcome to the stream. It seems there's a Zoltan shipyard here. Looking pretty fancy. But that's about it. So nothing else happening here at this beacon. We move to the next one. Uh-oh. Well, we're getting attacked now by an energy... See, in this case, we're being attacked. There's some intruders on board. This is a good case of where we can cloak in order to keep them from charging weapons on us. Zoltan's also not too bad because they have lower HP, so rather than 100 out of 100, they've got 70 out of 70. So I'm going to pull everybody off so I can defend against them. We're going to pause for just a moment. And wait before using that instantly. And then we'll just focus on fighting them while we're cloaked here. Alright, pull him out. Get over here. Everyone's getting very low on health. Have them all pop out of the room. Alright, that's bad. We also want to remember, we still have lasers that we can attack with. Of course, they have 3 shields, but I want to put that on auto fire. See, since they dealt a point of damage to my shield, I did not lose a shield power completely. We're gonna pull some power off of my engines. Pull off oxygen too, that way I'm able to power up my weapons a little bit more. I like battles here and Martin just dueling it out at the very end of their life. Okay, we want everyone to go and heal. PP Gamer, you're not full health, but we need you back on weapons. We want at least a little bit of help. Hopefully they don't take us out here. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and recloak. This will give me a chance to heal my guys back up a little bit and repair some of our systems. Alright, doubly the case that they've just shot that. So we're not doing very well, especially since they have ionized our weaponry. We're in very much rough shape. We might die here. So honestly, let's go ahead and get... Who was our pilot? There we go. Bad Horus, we're gonna send back to the front. And... was a ton of PA. So, kind of what I want to do is just jump away, I think. But, yeah, it looks like we're probably just going to die. We're, too bad. Alright, repower up the cloaking. We've got our FTL drive charging. Let's get him down to help repair there, and we need our oxygen back up. Alright, drive up, powered on 2. So we want to focus on getting that up. Shield, at least we've got 1. We need to get the oxygen back up. They've taken out the front there. We want to get Battles moving around to help repair. We're gonna have him sending up here at front so we can fix that up. And we're actually going to have PP Gamer repair the shields so that maybe we can get a little bit more power there. Oxygen's low, we're gonna be getting that back up, okay? Battles has gotten healed. I got all Zoltan Ion Bomb, yeah. Hello there, Soul Clump, and welcome to the stream. Let's see. Battles, we're going to go ahead and send over... Wait, they've taken out our cloaking. Let's repair that. That way we're able to cloak again when it's finished. Again, you can see that they repair very quickly. Pretty much right away, we're gonna cloak as soon as that's fixed up. And then we'll have Battles help repair shields. Alright, our FTL drive is almost done. And there we go. We leave. And honestly, I'm going to go over to the explored location because this is 100% guaranteed safe. This location, we have no idea. So it's way better to just opt for this location. And hello there. You've been here, Sigur, so I don't need to worry welcome you. And I wasn't looking, I looked away, I was looking at chat. We're out of power on oxygen. So, oops. We've lost 2 people, in fact. Actually, we've only got PP Gamer. Because our oxygen got too damaged. Which, pretty much means that we're doomed. Almost made it out of that, but no. Well, PP Gamer, good luck. I think you're probably fucked. Slowly we repair all of our systems. And that's what can happen with FTL 2. You can be doing so well, doing just fine, and then all of a sudden you get a particularly difficult ship, or the ship that you go up against is one that kind of almost counters the ship build you've got going. And then everything sucks. Oxygen's for suckers anyway. True! That isn't wrong, because you know what sort of sucking you're doing? You're sucking in the air into your lungs. Oxygen is for suckers. That's accurate. If you don't suck, you either aren't breathing in any oxygen or you're dead. And Petri is back. Hi, Petri. You came back just in time to see singular crew member PP Gamer successfully not die. Everybody else has died on our ship. And now, even though PP Gamer is weapon expert, you're gonna have to pilot. Well, here we go. Career change, at least temporarily. We blast off to the exit. Rather than attack this ship, alright, now my main toss-up here, honestly, because we're in such a terrible spot anyway, I think we're actually going to fight it. Because I think we'll get both the parts scrap from the ship here, as well as the cache. And see, all this ship is able to do is fire on me. The last guy we have is weapons. Our hull's in terrible shape. They have no one that can send intruders on. So this is probably one of the safest ships we can fight. Because with one crew member, we're in such a terrible state anyway. Might as well just, put it all in. Ready? Ready, chat? Here we go. Cross your fingers for PP game. Quickly, PP, back to the weapons. Oh, that's right, they're cloaking, huh? Yep, we're gonna opt for this. We cloak. Oh, they don't cloak. That gives us a slight opportunity, though, to relocate PP from the front of the ship down over here at the weapons, giving us some extra time to get a little bit more loading here on the weapons, because while we are cloaked, we can still aim and charge our weaponry. They can't. So now we put all of our firepower down onto their weapons. Come on, PP Gamer. Look, all they've got left is their ion weaponry now. They can't attack us at all. They shoot. Ah, but because we had 2 points in our shield, that only takes us down 1 there. Come on, PP. And hello there, Solid Dust, and welcome to the stream. All right, they've got 1 weapon back up. Come on. We're at 68% oxygen. I'm going to pull point off engines. We put it on oxygen, we cloak. Alright, we hit 1 point of damage on their weaponry, taking it all out. We charge back up our oxygen. We wait. Weapons still down. Depowering oxygen has never backfired. Let's keep this carefully on engines as we attack. We're gonna cloak for a minute. That way they can't charge on us, but we can continue charging on them. One shot. Ow! Bad. Not good. Fucking PP, stop missing. You can't miss. This is a critical time, alright? Aim carefully. 5 bits from PP Gamer. Throwing them down. Come on, PP. That's 5 points of luck, right? Ow! Oh no. Come on. Yes, okay, we've taken down their weapons again at least. I cloak so I can charge. 1 more hull point, PP. Stop missing. This is it. This is it. We did it. We got 40 scrap. That's scrap that can be used to both hire on an extra crewmate or repair our hull. We investigate the station, and there's nothing. Alright, PP. It's time to repair the ship. So does that mean I'm ship leader now? I mean, when you're the only crew member here, yeah. By the way, hello there, the Litchy Popo, and welcome to the stream. We got into a very difficult fight earlier, and now PP is the only one who remains. That's right, our ship, the boyfriend, stands. We haven't lost it yet. We repair. We return him to the front, where he pilots our ship. We jump to the next sector, where we're definitely opting for NG Homeworld. It would have been nice if we still had our NG guy, because then we would be able to utilize him in conversing with the people on the NG Homeworlds. However, NG Homeworld is going to be a slightly safer bet, because I think those Zoltan ships that we fought here are a little bit more dangerous. Plus, if we go up to the top at NG, if we somehow manage to make it through this sector, we have 2 choices of civilian sectors rather than a choice between civilian and a hostile. Caco, can I hear your Space Commander impression? I'm sure it's wonderful. Do you mean just like a general Space Commander voice? Because I feel like then my Space Captain Commander is just generally this voice, you know? A little bit deeper, slightly powerful. Slight accents thrown on naturally because of the way I do this voice. You have arrived in NG space. The Mantis have been threatening the NG core worlds, but you should be able to stock up for your journey. We continue. We jump. Oh my god! Thank God. I warped. Wait, there's 2 stores. I'm gonna go to this one because there's actually places I can go past it, and I'm not just trapped here. Isn't that JJ Falcon? JJ Falcon was just generally deep. My commander voice is a little bit more, got a little bit more of a different sort of voice going. Still deep, but a little bit of different way I say some words. A message arrives, your scrap. Ours, our weapons for you. You're about to raise the shield when you realize it's just an NG trader looking for a trade. Oh, and look at that. Sick. Quote unquote resubscribing, really just using subscription notification. Still, I completely forgot it was Saturday. Also, thanks again to the Great Hurt for gifting me subs. It's nice that with the multiple gifted subs like that it lets you use notifications. Well, of course, on the other hand, it makes it look like you, Sick, yourself are the one resubscribing, and it wasn't the case where you just got a multiple gifted sub from the Great Hurt. It's still nice that they let you keep the notifications. It would be nice if Twitch also noted that it was a result of a gifted sub. I think that would have been nice, but still. Hello there, Sick, and welcome to the stream, and thank you for resubscribing for 5 months. And thanks, the Great Hurt, again, for gifting Sick that subs. It says gifted sub for me. On my end, it just says Sick subscribed at tier 1. They've subscribed for 5 months, currently on a 3-month streak. There's no indication that it was from gifted sub. It just makes it look like you're resubscribing. I survived long enough to buy stuff. That's right, PP. You managed to survive so you could go shopping. Alright, so drones, completely useless. Drone control, I don't think so. Page 2. Okay. Got 2 things. 1. Burst laser. 50 scrap. We've got 143 here. We definitely are hiring somebody. That's happening. It's too bad that the skills that they've got there are for damage and not something else, but beggars can't be choosers. Schmucks for sale, essentially, yes. Start typing in your numbers in chat. I'll go ahead and opt for Logan Johnson, seeing as this is the boyfriend ship. So, you put in your numbers, chat, to see if you can win a position here. And then I'm going to buy some more fuel, because we've only got 3. We'll get 2. And we'll do a little bit of repairs. I'd really like to be able to get another laser, but we would need 25 points in order to upgrade our power. Let's see if we can get... And we can't get both now. So if I could... I'm trying to decide exactly what I want to do here, because I definitely need to repair this ship. All right. That's what we're gonna go for. We've got some hull power restored. We've got 2 people. We might as well just risk it with low number count. We're going all in, basically. Okay. Now I'm going to randomize the number. Let's see who gets it. So how do people who have already been chosen work? Is it like a relative in lore? If you mean like with picking names, I don't know how you want to qualify it. All right, let's see. Random number 72. Who's closest? All right, Barry, close with 69. Slime close with 74. That means Barry and Slime, you're equal distance away. You're both 3 distant. Because 69, 70, 71, 72. And then Slime said 75. 74? No, that's 2 away. Slime got it very close. If you wanted to, because when they're that close, when they're one off like that, if you want to split, yeah, you said 74. So Slime, you won, just barely beating Barry. If you wanted to share name, you can do so. If you don't, and you only want to be Slime, that's fine too. You get to choose. Every time, chat, I'm like, you know, you can split the name. The person who didn't win is like, it's fine, they could keep it. And then the person who won is like, come on, dude, fucking fusion it up. I don't think any time anyone has opted to say, no, it's only my name now. See, are you wanting to choose by Slime then, Slime? Is that your name choice? Slime Burley? Oh my god. Is that what you want? It's Slim Barley. Okay. Slim Burley. I keep reading it in different fashions. Alright, Slim Barley then. Alright, let's see how it cuts it off. Accept. Slimby. Alright, Slimby. Now that means PP is going put back on the weapons and Slimby is now our pilot. We save the positions. Alright, well, let's jump. I don't know if I want to jump to this distress beacon now, because it's going to make it so that we would have to jump back over here to the right, back to the store. Because either the course has to be we go down to get to the exit, or we go up to get to the exit. Going down is going to take much less fuel, and we don't have a lot, so we're going down. So we're locked into this route only. Alright, absolutely nothing happening here. We continue. Uh-oh, asteroids. Oh, fuck. Alright, PP, you're going on the engines, and I'm going to pull off power from weapons onto cloaking. Alright, we're gonna wait, and then we're gonna cloak. We're going to attempt to just jump away. So now we just sit. I guess we can fire our burst laser here. We shoot at weapons. Let's go. Yep, see, hits us with the missile. We just hang out as we slowly charge. There's another missile hit. Not put on fire, though, at least we recloak. But you can see how much slower, like, our lasers are refueling now that we don't have PP over on it, charging it up. Ow. See, the beams are pretty powerful when we get hit. This is scuffed just a little bit. We flee. Safe for another day. You arrive near a small fleet of civilian NG ships. A simple decryption and translation of their comm frequency tells you that they are having a frantic discussion about something obviously troubling them. It'd be useful if we had an NG on our ship, because then we'd be able to communicate better, but let's go ahead and message them. Now, the problem here is that it's always a possibility that we message them going, hey, can we help out? That they just go, oh, holy fuck, we're under attack! And then we die because they fight us. It's also possible that they look over and they're like, alright, we'll listen. Well, we're already taking the risky routes here with 2 people. We're going all in on the danger. We message them. Slightly shocked at your question, their leader quickly responds, declined offer with apologetic gratitude. Topic of discussion, private matter, no concern of Federation. So they've rejected us anyway. Probably they would have approved if we had an NG on board chat with them, but no. Caco, my mom heard you say the F word. I can't watch you anymore. Oh no. I have to watch out my language. That way the people in chat with parents nearby, they don't hear. They'll hear me swearing and be like, oh, what sort of content are you watching over there, child? I'm scandalized. Scanners showing intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. No match for them can be found in the database. A lot of the time, you know what? Again, I just keep opting for the risky moves. Fucking hell, we investigate it. Not going to bring them on board, though. I communicate. No, they just stare at me. Well, totally not spiders. No, they didn't have enough legs for that. So it can't be spider slime. You have to have 8 legs to be a spider. We need money? No, we need fuel. Actually, well, we need both. Can I just sell my fucking 24 missiles and 16 drones? Because I don't really need them. We jump to the next sector. We're just going for the civilian one. Here we are. Guess what we're doing? Waiting. Oh my god. A refugee ship fleeing the rebel advance enters the system. It seems surprised to see you stranded and admits it was following you from afar in the hopes of leading it to Federation space. While it doesn't have much fuel to spare, it recognizes you are part of the Federation and offers to split its remaining fuel with you. Look, it helped us out. We got a little bit of fuel. Petri heading off again to continue, cleaning. All right, Petri, get everything nice and tidy. We make our first jump. All right. We've got an enemy ship here. We are in desperate need of money and fuel. Fleeing? Not an option. We attack. All right, we're redirecting our power. We're taking it off engines, off oxygen, onto our weapons. What do you mean, not enough power? Oh, dang it, the burst laser cost 2? Well, shit, I thought it cost 1. I misread it when I looked at it earlier then. Fine, we keep it on oxygen. All right, and then we cloak. And we wait. Everything? We'll take the gun. Well, if I just shoot straight out, they've only got 3 shields there. We're going all in on their weapons. I missed so many shots, holy shit. They've taken out my O2 temporarily. Shit. Well, PP Gamer, this is it. Couldn't manage to put out the fire. Well, there goes oxygen, and there goes the ship. Death has come for the boyfriend. Guess what? The boyfriend is dead. RIP boyfriend. Nice try, PP. You did as well as you could. Let's go check out the stats. Here you can see, this is the ship that I had here at the top, which I had forgotten to rename when I was playing it previously. So it's just the Taurus. It made it to Sector 8. Here's the boyfriend with 1897, made it to Sector 7. That means that's the second best run that I've done so far, so hey, there's that at least. Here you can check out my crew records here with most repairs done by Little Bitch, most combat kills by Bliss, most piloted evasions and jumps survived done by Malt, and most skill masteries earned by Larry Smile. Little Bitch, nice name. On that crew also, because he came from Little Bitch and Larry were on the same crew together, I think. They might have come from different crews, but Little Bitch was on... No, now I'm thinking of it, they were definitely on different crews, because Little Bitch was on a ship with, Big Bitch. So, on my NG ship that I was running, I had NG Little Bitch and NG Big Bitch, and they were pals. Malt came from my best run, though, the tourist ship over here, so many bitches, yeah, the battle bitches, look out! Alright, let's close this and go back to the hangar. Okay, so it took us 3 hours, or more like 2, I think, technically, saying as, you know, we had intro time, 2.5. We would need to ramp up speed. We don't have a lot of time to do a second run of this. So, there's different things I could opt for. We could opt for just a speed run, see how things go when I use a stealth ship. Let's do this. We're gonna take stealth ship, and we're gonna go on easy mode. Because easy will be, obviously, as the name implies, easier, so we could get a little bit further. And since I don't have any shields, I've never tried out using the stealth ship. That's going to have, like, give me less experience. Stealth is the best ship easily. I've never used stealth ship. This is the first time, so we'll see how it goes. Because since there's not any shields, I don't have any sort of, like, ideas with the way I should be doing it. But that doesn't mean you should backseat me and say, do these things in order to maximize your stealth ship run, because then where's the fun in that? How am I supposed to put everybody at risk if that's the case? What happened? I was cutting a watermelon. We got in a fight with an automated ship, and everybody died. Alright, I need some numbers, chat, so I can put you in. Also need to rename the ship. Since the last one was the boyfriend, how about we go with the deceased? Because everybody's dead now. How did you unlock the stealth ship? Alright. Spoilers then for, just as a note for people. You unlock the stealth ship. I can't say for 100%. But the stealth ship is unlocked by doing a series of quests. And I'm pretty sure that guy that we just talked to, it's something like that, where you have to have... But the stream tag says no spoilers, but I'm the one spoiling. I'm pretty sure you have to have an NG as one of your crewmates so that they're able to talk to an NG person that you run into, and then that will initiate a series of quests to do. And at the very end of it, if you are successful, you unlock the stealth ship. So there you go. And now I type in random so I can grab the chat members. 57 is our first number. Currently, closest is Kraken with 55. Is there anyone closer? No. You got it. That's it. There you go. Look, it just comes up as Kraken. You don't even get a wacky cutoff point. I randomize again. And thank you, The Great Hurt, for resubscribing for 8 months. Appreciated. Very nice, and welcome to the stream. I submit 67 for my next number. Well, the random number ended up as 98, so I don't know if you're gonna win it. Also, by the way, I guess I didn't say, I am going to try doing a different number if you were already on the ship and there's somebody else who hasn't been before. I'm opting for new chat members rather than the same people, thank you. Because PP Gamer did get exactly the fucking number again, what the shit? I would rather, not to be mean, but I gotta give everybody a chance to get on, right? More people, more action. Who's closest otherwise? Gray, it looks like, would be the closest next. Oh no. Hang on. Yeah, Gray got 92, PP got it right on. Again, I said that I wanted to switch it up, but since you managed to get it right on, you were very close with 88, though Gray beat you by 4 with 92. Alright, so there's, if I combine it, since PP Gamer did get right on the number. 1, hello there, Reanimated Bit, welcome to the stream. If we did PPG, it would be kind of like being PP Gray. But then it also has like the double up of being Powerpuff Girls, so it's interesting shortening. Or you opt for the other choice and you make it Gray PP. Last number. We've got 57. That sounds like a doctor visit. Huh. Okay, who's closest to 57? Hang on, I don't want to use 57 again because, it literally just fucking gave us 57. Fuck you, Nightbot. Why are you giving me that number twice? Alright, second re-randomized number is 48. Who's closest to 48? Let's say, I say Bungalow is at 50. So you're closest. Nightbot hates switching up the numbers truly. Like, what? Okay. Swapping up the name. There you go. It's Bungool. We've got Kraken, Great PP, and Bungool to go here on the stealth ship. Easy mode. Then I do like the swap and also add on advanced content. You know, that way I can get hacked and have my stealth taken down, thus completely nullifying the powers of the stealth ship. Alright, here we go. Same sort of intro section, so I'm not gonna read that, and it's just saying about pausing. We already know about pausing. We don't need any extra help there. Thanks. Okay. Here we go. An interesting layout. Again, no shields. It's all in the engines. It's given us 4 total, so you can fully power it. And then the weapons only take 1 each, which means you could power up the weapons by 1, steal power away from medbay, put your other point into weapons, and boom, you're ready to go. What position did I get? Kraken, you are the pilot. Bungool, you are weapons. And gray PP is engines. I kind of want gray PP though on weapons again since PP Gamer managed to get it twice. So clearly you're back on weaponry. Here we go. Okay, I think I hate gray PP. It's just gonna be saying it every time too. I mean, no matter how you would be swapping it around, as long as that PP is there, it's always going to be like that. And guess what? Yeah, because of our long-range laser upgrade, we can now completely avoid these ships. So we can just sneak around them. Nothing here. Oh. An asteroid field? Fuck that. Alright, stumble across a forward scout of rebel fleet. They're attempting to flee. We start off by cloaking, so they can't target us. And then we will target their weapons. Oh, that's a beam. We want to be careful. We don't want to auto-fire their beam. So we're going to wait for both of these to charge. And what we want to do is use the beam at the, just when the lasers are hitting. That way the lasers will take out their shields and we can beam them. And it looks like they do charge at the same rate, if not slightly slower there. Alright, they're done. We aim with the lasers. And then we're gonna shoot with the beam. And we want to hit as many rooms as possible. So like this, we can hit 3 rooms. And then we just sit and wait because we can't recloak yet and we're charging. The lasers coming back up, they've got their shields down still, so I can just go ahead. I'm going to just straight aim for their shields, that way I can beam them again right afterwards here. So we shoot and we beam them again. Focusing still, oh wait. I've managed to also hit a spot right here where I'm also hitting their clones. That's 4 points of damage and we'll take them out. Boom. Like so. Their ship breaks apart and I take the materials. And we blast. Wait, actually. Something that I want to high prioritize, honestly, is getting cloaking up here so I can cloak for longer, so I have a longer time for charging this up. However, we really want to get an extra power bar at the same time. We're 1 scrap off from doing so. I think what I'll do is right now I am going to add a point into cloaking, because that will make it so if we are hit in our cloaking department, it's not going to instantly take us out there. We will still be able to cloak. We jump. We've got a distress beacon. Going to go there and not the asteroid field. Asteroid fields now are going to be very dangerous from us because we don't have any shielding. And of course, a reminder, I guess, too, is that we are on easy mode. So just beyond the fact we've got a different ship here, it, if anything, feels easier. It might just partially be from being on an easier mode. Caco is scared of rocks. I'm terrified, dude. Do you know how many people die from rocks every year? Because I don't, but I'm sure it's a lot, because you get hit in the head with a rock, that's bad. You fall down a stack of rocks, that's bad. Avalanche, that's kind of like a rock slide. You die from them. Boom. Beacon to a tiny asteroid belt. Small ship. Hail to offer assistance. Help, our shields are down and we won't last long. Well, we're doing fast. We're taking the damage. We get some scrap. We keep going. This is kind of a long way about to avoid just that asteroid field. Jesus. Well, we keep going then. Holy shit, I'm taking this trade. Jesus Christ. 1 fucking droid for 10 fuel? Fuck yeah. We keep going. That is extremely good, since clones are completely useless to me anyway. Damaged, dilapidated space station. Abandoned. Life signatures, though. Having some extra crew would be good. But the life signatures could be bad aliens. Me, stealth ship. I take the scrap and abandon the possible life aboard. Whoops, I meant to spend that money on getting extra power so I can have longer cloak, but it's too late. I'm downloading the data stores. I think every time I've opted for the downloading of data stores has always been fine. This one, apparently not the case. All right, we're going to want, ooh, they've got beam droid. That's not good. I'm going to target their droid, and we're going to beam from here across. Slight pause, and then cloak. Wait, I should have put extra power on that cloak. Shit. Alright, lasers. Well, yep, he hits us just right up in the weapons, and it takes that out. Takes out our piloting. Good. Alright, more beams hitting. I can't beam their ship. I almost should swap these around, I think. Alright, we've got 2 more seconds, and then we'll be able to cloak. Vent? Uh-oh. That's quite a ways away. Well, this is one of those oh shit, oh fuck moments. Yeah. Let's actually keep her on. Fire spreading very quickly. Well, looks like this is over with. Goodbye, ship. Wait. Am I going to be able to drive away? Yes. I go to the safe area of space. Not dead yet. Let's vent the fire. And have him repair the oxygen. Wait, that's here. There wasn't any oxygen there, so it's actually killed the fire. I can close that. Let's see, have her repair oxygen. Well, Bungul, let's see if you make it. You, Gray Pee-Pee, you're dying. Say goodbye. Oh my god, he didn't die. Don't forget to pack a snack. Well. Oxygen almost repaired. Since these areas, let's close that off. These didn't have any oxygen, so it's actually put out the fire. We're gonna close those. Quickly race her up to the healing room. Boom. Oxygen room repaired. Guess what? Not dead. Fire is temporary, the PP is eternal. That actually worked just fine because the oxygen was powered off and it deoxygenated the rooms, thus putting out those huge fires. Amazing. Now we are just extremely damaged instead. I'm spending my money, though, to get an extra point in power. Alright, boys. Back into place. There we go. Now I can long cloak at the start of fight. Here we go. Well, we're going back into the battle with the exact same ship. Here we go, chat. Will I be successful? We're about to find out this time. All right, and I cloak. And then we wait. And then we attack their drone. And then we beam them. All right, we've taken out their drone and their weapons now. Next, we shoot at their shields. Shields slightly taken out. I continue the onslaught on drones and weapons. See, this is how it would have gone the first time if I had remembered to upgrade. Whoops. I'm not doing the right attack that I want to do. Actually, it doesn't even matter since this is it. If I had remembered to upgrade my power in the first place so we would have had that long cloak, I think we would have been fine the first time. But that wasn't the case. I now repair my subsystem over here because I just realized that that wasn't powered. Let's fix that up. Give me one moment while I grab another bottle of water. All right, and we continue with the next fight. There is a single ship at this beacon. They hail you. We could really use some help. Our FTL navigation system is shot. Can you help us get to a nearby station where they can patch us up? Sure. Yeah, that's fine. That just means we'll go over to the quest and then the exit. We'll see if we get ambushed. Well, no ambush. They just give me some more fuel? Drone? Scrap? That's it. Good. Now we exit. However, we are running into them because we did not make it to the exit before they did. We met here at the same time. So, now we're going to see if we can survive. I'll wait a moment and then cloak. And they're going to now invade us, too. I'm looking around to decide exactly what I want to do. I definitely don't want to pull Kraken off. I think we're going to pull Gray PP off of the weapons. Since what I'm going to prefer to do is just trying to FTL drive away. Actually, it looks like they can't get at us while we're cloaked. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can take out this right here. Keep them from getting me. Nope, there he goes. Not good enough. I also can't beam even because, shield's still up. PP, get over there. Okay, dual lasers almost on. So we're aiming for their weapons. No good. Oh, we just resisted that. That's pretty good. We're almost there for being able to cloak, too. We're almost there for being able to warp. So let's have Great PP run away. Oh, no. No good, since I got hit by those final missiles that took us out. Stealth ship. definitely have to be way more cautious with how you're attacking, because you don't have any shields to kind of give you a slight buffer. Of course, it makes it so that missiles make no difference at all. Like, they don't have... Since missiles' main bonus is that they're able to skip past shields, and if you don't have any shields anyway, you gotta time the stealths well too. Yeah, so one, upgrading the shields early, definitely good. Alright, the cloaking early, definitely good. That way, you're cloaked for about as long as it takes you to charge your weapons. But, whew. Alright, well, let's go back to just the main menu. Kind of knocks it off to a shorter stream, but I'm afraid that, you know, if we start getting a good run, that will end up being here for, you know, another 3 hours, and, a little bit long. It was a fun stream, yeah. Oh boy, FTL, really, really fun. I like it a lot. The different sort of ways you can experiment, too, with different strategies for getting through the system. The music was quite nice. Yeah, I like the music in the game. It's not like in your face. It's a nice sort of atmospheric addition. It's very good. Ray died horrifically. Yeah, you did. But I gotta say, as I swap over to the the stats screen here, that boyfriend ship was the second best run I had here, so hey chat, that's pretty good. Normal mode even, right? There we go. Alright, let me say, first, as I peek over. No, I don't have anyone to raid right now. That's a shame. Oh well. Okay. So tomorrow should be West of Loathing. That's my plan, anyway. And then next weekend will be Chat's Choice, of course, with The Sims 3, and co-op with Petri. There's 2 games we're currently kind of considering. We're gonna test them out and decide which one we like playing better, and then that will be the game for streaming. So, be excited for the co-op next week, chat, and the Chat's Choice of Sims 3, and tomorrow with West of Loathing. Thanks everybody for coming on by for FTL. I once had a ship that specialized in using ion weapons to suffocate the crew of enemy ships to maximize scrap. Hey, that's pretty good. The best run that I had done then last time was having a bunch of ion weaponry and then just having a combat drone actually attack. So I would just use my 3 ion weapons to take down their shield and their weapons so that they wouldn't be able to attack me at all, and so that I would be able to attack them just straight up with my drone, and then just very slowly I would work down their health and take like no damage myself. Alright everybody, thanks again for coming on by to watch. Thank you for those who have followed, and for those who have subscribed, all very appreciated. I hope you all have a lovely day, and maybe I'll see you next time. Oh no, Welly, Scully, at the last moment, slamming down the points onto the table. You can't leave yet. You have to put in the points. I open up the queue. Oh no, more points coming in. That's 3. That puts it to 96. 2 more, uh-oh. Many more, uh-oh. Let me mark these 3 at least. Drop for emote, that's 1. 97, mark is complete. Big drop, that makes it a 10k drop. That's 207. Check. 1, 2. That's an addition. Everybody now. Everybody's just in on it now. Oh my god. Now the chat is just spammed pretty much. with a whole lot of redemptions. I feel bad now. No, this is only comedy. This right here, comedy. We've got 15, complete all, check. Okay. Let's see. And sometimes my mind breaks. 19 plus 15 is 34. Holy hell. Look at that. 16k away from hitting the next emote goal. Nice job. Not too far off then for unlocking the next emote. Alright, everybody. Thanks again, and see you later.